Hi everyone, welcome to Anyone Can Travel. Today we are talking about our #1 tip for saving money when you visit Paris. If you find this information useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post videos every 2 weeks. We are going to try and up that a little bit, but it does just depend on our travel schedule. Paris is an incredible city, and it holds a special place in our heart because it was our very first destination we visited in Europe. And with most cities, using public transportation is the most affordable way to get around, but especially in Paris, where driving can feel a little bit like an Olympic sport. But metro passes also add up, and so that's why we recommend getting a weekly Navigo pass. Yes, a weekly pass. Even if you won't be in Paris for a week, it still usually makes the most sense to get a weekly pass. There are a few exclusions and exceptions, which we'll get into later. For now, we're going to dig into why getting a weekly pass makes the most sense.
Public transportation in Paris is divided into 5 zones. The Charles de Gaulle Airport is in Zone 5, along with Versailles and Disneyland Paris, while much of touristy Paris is in Zones 1 through 3. The more zones a pass covers, the more it costs. I'm going to assume you're flying into Charles de Gaulle Airport in this explanation. A one-way ticket on the RER-B train from Charles de Gaulle to Paris City Centre costs €10 and 30 cents. So both ways you're already at €20 and 60 cents. A single one-way ticket on the metro costs €1 and 90 cents. Then if you take the metro 2 times, you've already reached a total of €24 and 40 cents, which is more than the weekly rate of €22 and 80 cents. But if I'm only going to be there for a few days, why not a 3-day pass or a 5-day pass? Shouldn't they be cheaper?
There are 2 types of metro passes in Paris, a Visite pass and a Navigo pass. Visite passes are intended for tourists. You can see the rates here. And a 1-day Visite pass for all zones costs more than an all-zone weekly pass with Navigo. Navigo passes are intended for locals though, so there are some rules that make it more difficult for tourists to use them. First, a Navigo weekly pass doesn't cover any 7 consecutive days. It runs from Monday at midnight until Sunday at 11:59. This means depending on your arrival and departure dates, a Navigo weekly pass may not work for you. But it may still be worth it to get 2 Navigo weekly passes. This is still cheaper than a 5-day visitor pass. We've done this before when our trip has covered parts of 2 different weeks. Second, they stopped selling Navigo weekly passes on Thursday at midnight. So this means if you're arriving on Friday for a weekend trip, for example, you wouldn't be able to buy this pass. If you already have the card, we do have a trick to help you buy the pass, but otherwise you're out of luck. This has happened to us before, and we ended up spending way more on transportation than we had intended. Finally, to buy a weekly pass with Navigo, you need a reusable card that costs €5. You also need to bring your passport picture to attach. This is actually a really good investment if you plan on coming back to Paris at all, because the card is good for 10 years. Also, once you have the card, you can recharge it with the Bonjour RATP app. This means you don't have to be in Paris to buy the Navigo pass. So if you're arriving on a weekend and you already have the card, you can use the app to recharge it, and when you arrive, you're ready to go.
The metro can take some time to get used to, so it's nice to have an unlimited pass so if you make mistakes, you don't end up wasting tickets or buying the wrong ticket. You don't feel limited with how much you take the metro, so you can save your walking for the incredible museums and neighborhoods you want to see. We love using our Navigo pass since it makes us feel like locals. I've included links to the Metro Pass prices, as this information will likely change over time. Let me know if this information was useful for you and how your trip to Paris went. Don't forget to like, and we'll see you next time.